What's up, guys? Wee Woo here. Today we have an interesting debacle because it looks like Twitch is down, but we're going to keep streaming until people randomly show up, so guess we just won't have predictions. Oh well. I feel bad for Barb, though. He's piggybacking on my footage right now. He apparently had this really cool surprise. He has his computer dedicated doing some VR setup with a buddy of his, and his Switch isn't working. That's funny. But otherwise, this is going to be an Op4 versus Green 4. Green 4 defending two objectives. Looks like there's two custom bases at both sides. Op4 gets an Mi-24 with two BTR-70s and transport vehicles. Green 4 gets a 1117 with its GMG scripted out because FNF doesn't allow autocannons or grenade machine guns. They will also have some sort of AA Vic, if I were to guess, probably a ZU-23 on the back of a truck. And what was the third Vic? It's in my mission command. Give me a second. Yeah, the bots are still working, thank God. They got a BRDM Scout Vic as well, and both sides get transports. All right, well, that's good enough for me. All right. It's so funny. I mean, this happened like a year and a half ago, where Twitch went down. I was fortunately streaming at the time, so I wasn't affected, because how it works is if Twitch goes down, anyone currently streaming can still stream, but we'll see how things go. Nope, didn't mean to throw that across the room. Alrighty. All right, so there is TFAR starting. Let's go ahead and start the round. Just telling some people in chat how things are going to go. And otherwise, here we go. A little framey in the beginning. Going to turn on all of my stuff here. It's a little choppy for my taste.
It's be a tough one to do.
And you hear people working on the TFAR channel. My frame rate is actually not that good. I think it's because I'm doing stuff on Discord and Twitch. Because, yeah, it's definitely streaming to Discord because I see the bit rates all going and whatnot, but that's an interesting one. But otherwise, we have our Green 4 faction spawning in one of the two areas here. We've got Red 4 on the other side. We're going to start with the attacking faction. Since we don't have to run a prediction, I'm going to just go down the line here. So we got Riccardi ground commanding for the Op4 side. I'm just doing some final checks with my microphone and whatnot.
What was your question, Charlie?
Basically,
Radio check.
That's Azariah, aka Lone
Sounds
Survivor
like
of us. I
about
recognize that voice anywhere. But they're talking over the plan again because I'm solo shoutcasting. I'm able to go in and listen to them. They have some boats on reserve. Interesting. Multiple gazes and the Mi-24. No pylons. It's just going to have the Chin 762. Nope, that's a 12.7 millimeter gun. I always lose that debate, but it's 12.7, not 762. So they'll be able to fly that. Let's see, who's flying it on the ground here? We got Legs, and his co-pilot is Dardis. So Legs, I know, is a really good pilot. Meanwhile, Charlie 2, we've got Nafs and Malin, members of Scandi Recon. Going through the rest of the roster, we've got SOF. We have Azariah with the remainder of Scandi Recon taking Charlie. They have a really big presence today. Nem, Az, Eander, Yanni, Infidel, Nim, Finn, Falcon. I thought I already covered. Okay, yeah, because Nafs and Malin. So they're taking the entirety of Charlie today. Interesting enough. I assume Eander's taking AT. Yep. So I think they, after the first week or two of FNF World War II, they got bored of it and stopped showing up, which makes sense. I mean, that's why we have a big chunk of people coming back as well. But otherwise, these guys seem to be standard Russian EMR, which is the vanilla for FNF in terms of Op4 factions to use. This is the one you see almost always at least once a week, if not once a session, compared to the 2 sessions you see both the NA and the EU branch. But otherwise, looking at the rest of the names here, we have the 28th, we've got Indigo Fox, Freddy, Navy, Dingo, who is the head honcho of the EU branch, Spiky RP, who's been making a good name for herself. I'll be curious to see if she leads tonight. SOF, I think I already mentioned, Jib Style, Green Thumb, Nordic Prophet, Slushy, Hazmat, whole 9 yards are right here. You got Not Bay under Platoon 1 HQ, looks like as the 2IC for that group. Maz commanding X-Ray with Patriot. No, it's not Patriot as the marksman, it's Commander Pickles.
Yeah, I would rather wait.
I mean,
one of the good marksmen there.
Reserve. It's
The way
for
that I see it,
don't really do much. Don't really do anything else. He's got a small gun, I think.
Regard, the way that I see it, pushing people into this low ground area is a bad move, so naval should be out of the question. The reason why there's such a big elevation difference on the second and first objective, that if you take the southern one first, you can get top-down shots into the first one, making it basically a turkey shoot.
So they're making their plan right here.
Concentrating on lancing from probably 2 different angles, so you can go through the main, but you can also go through this mountain path to try and hit it from 2 perspectives.
Yeah,
So they're talking about assaulting from the hillsides and then coming in through the mountain pass, but that's going to be a choke point. Green 4 is going to defend really, really harshly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Also, a thing to note on this terrain is this is all on a shelf compared to this AO.
Push up and secure this ridge line.
Yeah.
Then we have.
So we have this first base right here. Hold on, I've seen these AOs before. This is, I think we've covered this AO before, actually. I'm getting some serious deja vu, but I'm pretty sure we've seen this in an FNF round before. So I think they brought this one back. Yeah, because the Shilka, I don't think that's the actual AA Vic, but we also have some sit-down Igloo. Wow. There's a lot of AA on this one. Hot damn. I felt like Op4 had more assets, though, but otherwise, Green 4, let's quickly look at their roster and we'll get a better in-depth look on these objectives. So, Schult, a.k.a. Private Holt, he is going to be ground commanding.
Hold on, wait a second.
Golf or something down the hill.
Let me see if I can hear him over the Bix.
If they do that, then you'll just be able to slaughter them from up there. You have a base of fire up on top of that hill. You can defend.
Which one are you talking about? 470.
So they're also talking about heading up these hills.
Directly to the south there. It overlooks this position, so if they come into this compound, you can kill them from the top of these hills.
Alright, then
Yeah, so they're talking about turning this into a kill zone, but I think Op4 is going to go for that objective first, knowing that this is a kill zone from the tops of these hills. However, these ranges are really large, and most of these players only have iron sights. So even if you have the high ground, to make a meme, it's not going to really play out in their favor. Are we live? Okay, excellent. Let's get this shit started. Thanks, Barb. Alright, let's run a prediction. Who will win? First round, Op4 is attacking. Blue 4, actually, yeah, Green 4 is defending. We'll set this for 10 minutes. Alright, cool. Let's get it going. Alright, otherwise, names to note here. I'll probably have to deal with this all again as people jump in. Swola, Shrimp, Tackleberry, Gazag, Aim at the Stars, Killer, Lusso, Dog4, basically all of PLH. Or is it PS? No, I believe Lusso is PLH. PS is run by a different guy. Snow Owl being Holt's company medic. X-Ray is a 5-man group, and Sanders is taking the marksman rifle. Okay. Big group of TAS in here. You got some ML players, 4IB, and you have Pepega Pirates that have rebranded from UPSE. So it is going to be a Scandia Recon versus UPSE match, but both sides are at full strength. Interesting. Oh, trust me, Dream, I want you here, but I know you had something IRL happen. But either way, let's look at the 2 cache objectives. So the first one's tucked away in here. I know we've run this AO before. I know for a fact we've done this AO. It's been like 6 months, but I've definitely seen this one before. So really nice defensive area, good perimeter wall, some holes in the wall here and there that Green 4 can help hold. But if Green 4 is stuck defending this one, they're going to be in trouble because of all the big overwatches. If Red 4 can get their marksmen on one of these ridges and start dabbing on people, that's going to be it. Other AO is also very interesting because it has a good outer perimeter, but it has all these high rocks, so you could see Op4 climb up into these rocks and try to top-down attack. So the only way Green 4 can fortify this is if they go past the line, which would be too much of an overextension. So I think we're going to see Green 4 potentially getting some of these ridges to try to cover. They're also going to probably hold that mountain pass to deny the BTRs to come in, because the BTRs aren't really going to be able to scale these cliffs without eating up a lot of time. So, I don't know who's going to win this one, in all honesty. Looks like they have an Igla. Yeah, so that is a usable Igla manpad chair. So they're going to move that and probably boop the 24 with it, because the 24 does not have any good countermeasures against an Igla. Otherwise, I want to see where the Vics are deployed. So we have the BRDM coming up, a lot of quad bikes going out. You got the 117 also coming out here. It's a UN one, which is pretty funny. Again, that 20mm GMG is not going to be usable. It's usually scripted out for a 7.62 machine gun instead. Belt fed like a 240 Bravo. And I have to assume that this Shilka is the AA Vic, which kind of surprises me because they also get the frickin' manpad share. Gonna check back to their main base and see if there's any additional sit-down assets. I don't see any. I like how they added some debris. That's from a different tower, but they basically added that to give more debris from that fall, and that's a really nice touch. Hydrate, thank you, War Sage. Appreciate it. You're just in another city? Nice stream. What city? And JY, thanks so much for the 24-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario, man. Hope you enjoy that Silver Lance Corporal badge. There's a lot of overhauling for Twitch I'm going to start this weekend, because it's about time. Mostly set up here, so might as well start making those changes. Interesting enough, Scandi Recon's taken all of Charlie on Op4, and to mirror them, Papega Pirates has taken all of Charlie 2 as well. So we have two of the best communities here taking the weapon teams with the AT and the MG. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Stark is Green 4, yes. Foxtrot 2, I know you guys are considering Stark the latest fan favorite. He's going to be on that Igla chair, which I believe the Igla only has a range of a click and a half for lock-on. It might be a little more, though. Let's get my render range up, but I mean, that's going to be enough to pretty much cover this entire area. Okay. Who's in command? Right, because I started this and then the Twitch actually kicked in. Cholt is commanding for Green 4. He's been across a few different communities, you know, 501st, TSB. Now he's in the 29th ID, which is the home community for FNF. And he is fighting against Riccardi, who we've seen command time and time again as well. So I wouldn't say the two best commanders we see in FNF, but two that will be able to hold their ground here. And they both have a really good roster to help them out here. And there's a good balance of assets. And I'll just have to see how things go with that. Okay. I'm really curious to see if this is usable. And it looks like Edwin is checking. You're killing the Discord thing? Okay, cool. Okay, we're having issues, so we're killing it EU. Then we'll find someone to do cam work. Okay. Thank you, Barb. I will go ahead and kill the Discord stream. Thank you for letting me know. Barb was doing some experimental thingy in like he set up VR chat, but his cameraman fell through last second, so I was streaming him my footage, but it looks like he had an issue and now he's not doing it, which is a shame. I mean, it was a really cool concept if you ask me. Whoa. Oh my god, he's so lucky he's in Save Star. Of course it's Guy Fieri doing it. Guys, if you want to visit Flavortown, it was a surprise? Well, I thought you told people. You told me you were hyping it all up. Bro. Well, oh well.
Bravo.
Sorry, Barb. I thought people knew. I'd be mean like that. Oh, sorry. I think that was your god talking, chat. Yeah, what's that exactly? I want to hear Stark sing some more. That was perfect.
You got these nuts.
There you go, chat. There's your god. Oh my god. That's great. Guys, I honestly don't know who to bet on. I do remember last time this mission was run, though, the attackers won. Even though their air asset was shot down, like, immediately. But that is also because they were able to get a squad up here and rush this spot. Greenford did not hold the pass at all. And they just put their units kind of out loosely and defensively. And I'm seeing a little bit of that again, but with Pepega Pirates on this group coming up. Yes, what's that? It is that one, because Op4 also has a big roster of boats here. And the boats, I think it was just as, I did notice this time they didn't say in the mission file that there were boats. So the whole reason Greenford's defense kind of fell apart was they put up defensive units to fight against naval forces. So now that they don't know that there's boats, it was just labeled as transport. I think we're going to see a bit more of a unified defense. But I also understand why they're doing this AO again. I mean, this was a very well-built AO. I think we can all agree with that. So Greenford is doing a really proactive ridge defense. But again, they're not going to have any units cover the pass itself. They're just going to keep everything on high overwatch. Which, again, makes sense, but with irons, that's going to be really tough to make those shots, you know? And Op4, I mean, doesn't really have a choice on where they can deploy, so I think they're just going to drive right up to the mountain pass. Excuse me. Ah, yes, the kidnapping furry highlight video we published today at noon. That was a pretty good one. I literally just walk up to the guy and shoot him in the face, and then just pick him up and walk away. And pretend to be him with his stuff on. It works quite well. I do agree, Marcus. Ridgeside defense can go either horribly or really well. I mean, that's usually it for Arma, though. There's no in-between, right? 139 on attacking, about 70k defending. All right, so most people favoring the attackers. I'd agree with that call.
Helicopter to the south, I think.
So you hear these guys calling out the helicopter.
Helicopter to the south. F.
But it's heading off to the right. I gotta wonder, it looks like they have recon loaded in there, so they're gonna drop them off somewhere. They have their own X-ray driving up to this hill. I remember there was a big fight for this hill, and I think that's what the helicopter's trying to climb up to. Uh-oh. Boys, you need to drive away before you're gunned down, because a quad bike makes you very, very exposed. Oh, no. Oh, now the marksman's going for it. Holy crap! He just... All right, I need to mute myself real quick. Holy crap! I've never seen a helicopter do that well. Oh, this is as close support as you can get, but if they can knock out the Greenford marksman early, there he goes. He's dead because of the rag. Oh, nope, the ragdoll saved him. Wow. You gotta remember, too, that's 12.7 firing, so that's anti-material round ammunition. And now it's gonna land up here. They could, the X-ray marksman team could steal the marksman. Oh, well. I think he's dead. I think he's dead, guys. Well, it looks like Op4's not gonna get that marksman rifle. It's still going. Nope, nope, still going. You can see the blood trailing. It sounds like the helicopter just got hit. Tail rotor's out. So they could land and repair, but that's good to know that they have that that Igla's there. So looks like these guys are looking for the body. They're not going to be able to find it though, so that might spook them, but logic dictates that I think you can guess where the body went. Also, I'm dead serious when I say that. I've never seen a helicopter actually be that effective in an FNF round. Usually it's a helicopter v helicopter and they just dick each other around, but we just had a helicopter take out the enemy marksman team, which, I mean, in this environment, that marksman can literally make or break the operation. So, that was great. Now you got UPSC, aka Papega Pirates. They've rebranded to that. They're setting up right here. They're setting up the machine gun to look, but that marksman is going to have a superior range because of that marksman rifle. If they look on that hilltop, and they're super exposed, I can make out their quad bikes from here. Now we're gonna have the team lead for X-Ray. He's not paying attention. He might have just noticed those guys on the hill. Yep, so he's gonna pull away. But he just skylined to high hell off that white background. And now he's calling the marksman over. Real quick, we're going to look at the map here. Looks like Op4 has dismounted into 2 squads. The BRDM is, for Green 4, has been completely redeployed. So we still have the 117 to worry about in this AA vehicle. I don't think it's being used. I think instead they're using an Igla chair. Now, this is where Pickles is going to really shine. Looks like Papega Pirates are trying to range up some Grenadier rounds, but again, the height of that mountain, there's no way. Because eventually gravity takes the round. There's just not enough force going behind that round to get it up there. So what this is doing, though, this is pulling part of the eastern defense ridge for this mountain pass. So that's going to give a lot of clearance for, this is Charlie 2 for Red Force. So this is Scandi Recon coming up. They still have to be careful because this is a massive kill zone. So if you have one guy look over with a machine gun, he could easily get a lot of kills here. Looks like these guys are instead focusing on those. Wow. So these guys are going to focus on the other ridge because Op4's gotten up to there. They now have the high ground. They're going to start taking pot shots. But this could potentially let the entirety of this team get right up to this ridge. But you've got, hold up, Arma Jesus has spotted guys. He's trying to hit them with his red dot here. He's taking return fire. But he similarly doesn't have that much cover. They have a little bit of a ridge to work with. Now you're seeing this machine gun fire, so this marksman needs to come over and assist. Looks like he just got some hits on this one guy. I do that all the time too. You basically look all the way into the ground to lower your attack profile and cover your head. I do that too, so I'm not going to complain about the metagame implication. But that marksman needs to go to work and take these guys out. It has the perfect angle. It shouldn't feel pressured. Ooh, great headshot right there. And this is forcing these guys to pull back. Another great shot on Bronson here. He is now crippled, and we just saw more shots come in. They're trying to finish him off. He's going to quickly go prone. Might be able to get away here. This guy woke up as well, but this is all alleviating pressure for Scandi Recon to break through Papega Pirates' line to attack this objective. Again, those are the two communities. Charlie 2 for Op4 is Scandi. Charlie 2 for Green Force Papega Pirates, and I give them so much attention because they are... honestly, I would say the two best communities in FNF. GLs also aren't really the most effective thing in FNF purely because the armor values that they use in FNF allow them to shrug off a lot of explosive damage. You have to get your shot to either be a direct hit or within a meter for it to kill, and within a few meters to usually get him unconscious. That is not stopping Bronson, though. He just knocked somebody out. That was Nafs, who did get a kill already, so he picked off someone on the ridge here. But Op4 has a big chunk of numbers here, and they are taking these ridges in force. I think it's going to be it. Because with these defensive lines, Green Force trying to make defensive lines in the low ground, conceding the high ground to Op4, and Op4 still has their marksman. But even if Green 4 had the marksman right here, from here to that hill is questionable, but from, you know, all the way to these ridges and whatnot, I don't think the marksman had the range, because that is literally getting towards like 700 meters to a click out. That would be a very difficult shot to make. So you still have Bronson up here trying to hold the line. Looks like Nafs woke back up. Azariah is pointing things out. Nem is going to where he's pointing. And you've got Scandia Recon starting to take the hill, but Falcon with that machine gun. We've seen what he did with an MG42 last week, and I can assure you he will be able to get a lot of damage done if he can get into this compound and get behind enemy lines. So Green 4 are trying to maneuver a BRDM around. I'm not seeing them move it in to try to flank. It's more or less they're trying to move it on the rear line. And we are seeing a little bit of a deployment over here. I do want to see what they do with that 1117. Looks like they're going to try to get it up the ridge and potentially engage, but getting that close with no cover for that 1117, it's a risk. Because that driver really needs to be focusing on security, but since he's locked to first person, he's not going to notice if someone basically comes up and boops him with an AT stick. Because all of the light armored vehicles that Green 4 has can be destroyed with a single piece of AT. It is a gamble, I do agree with that as well, but I don't know, since Green 4 is on the back foot, I can see them getting a little more desperate with some of their maneuvers here. I am a little worried about, is this Bronson who's rolled back down? Yep, he is now bandaging, but look at the angle he's choosing on purpose, so he goes into the ground, so he's a lot more hidden. And now you've got SOF Aaron here. We saw he was actually in OFCRA yesterday with the other SOF guy. They did pretty well. It was SOF Nick, actually, I think. Oh, God, and Aaron just got a bullet to the fucking face. Okay. And they're still shooting at his body. Wow, I was not expecting to see that. Iron sights, man, and little red dots. Sometimes you get lucky. I don't think that smoke grenade is going to do really well if it's just going to roll down the side of the hill, you know? Certainly rolling out the red carpet for the enemy to see where you're coming from. All right, BRDM, that's really risky. It might pull off for them because these guys are just a machine gun team. However, Charlie 2 is back here with that reloadable AT. So where is Eander right now? He's over here. So if someone spots it, he could make that shot. BRDM starting to fire behind. Yanni under fire here. He's not going to hear that machine gun because his machine gunner's firing. So he is bleeding. They're identifying that BRDM now. Nimia not really noticing here. So now they're going to task Eander to go hit it. Yep, and they're already calling it out. So BRDM knows that it needs to pull away. Where's that 1117? Okay, so we are starting to see more of that flank go, but it's going to be a while. Meanwhile, MI-24 coming back to make a close pass. It could also hunt down the BRDM because its chin gun could actually do some damage there, and it might actually be looking for it. Got some more saturated fire here. Malin with a vehicle kill. Wonder if he blew up a quad bike. Yeah, so now you're just going to see a lot of long-range engagements here as Op4 moves their BTRs up to this pass. I think they have them in reserve back here still. Yep, so they're waiting for it to be clear. They're moving one up to test the waters, but 14.5 millimeter at long range can be quite deadly. So it looks like this helicopter is landing to pick up X-Ray. And now X-Ray is going to go ahead and reposition. Looks like they actually took significant casualties. Commander Pickles was taken out. Ah, they tried running down over here. That or their bodies came down. Nope, that tree's taken out. So they tried to get close to this position and they were found and picked off. Not by Meldon, though. By actual defenders in the AO itself. I wonder who got those kills. Now you have Foxtrot 1 charging an open ridge, and no surprise, they're getting mowed the fuck down. You never, in a PvP or PvE situation, want to do this. This is the dumbest thing you can do. Because you have no cover, it's elevated so you can't sprint down the thing, and people, even with iron sights or one-time scopes, are just going to spray enough bullets at you to get you killed. Now, if you had smokes, it would be a little better because at least you can hide in the smoke, but because this is a ridge, the smokes are just going to roll down and you're not going to get concealed. So he just got knocked out again. You're seeing him getting shot. A little bit of blood coming out. This machine gunner is doing his best, but he is also bleeding a lot from his legs. You just had AT fired at this one guy. He's trying to bandage in the open, and he just got shot in the face, and there he goes, flailing his little arms with his weapon out. And there he goes, also knocked out. So yeah, don't do that. If they wanted to come off this ridge, what they should have done is the team on this ridge should have stayed here and provided fire support and overwatch for infantry that should have come off of this ridge, followed the BTRs in, and staged from the low ground. That would have given them the most tactical advantage. How would you word that? That would have given them the best tactical advantage for taking on this AO. But instead, you're having the Overwatch element, or at least elements that were on it, charge this AO. You even had it happen with some of the X-Ray element. And they lost their marksman, which I would argue is the most powerful asset on the field right now. So now it's going to be up to Scandia Recon to hold this ridge as the main force here comes around before Green 4 can get this flank attack in and cut off this group from advancing, thereby stalling the game out. Now we still have about 35 minutes. Ooh, hold up. You got the vehicle coming over. And again, it is picking people off of the quad bikes. Someone just got hit right there. They took out one of the guys here. He looks like he woke back up, though. But that is exactly what this Mi-24 wants to be doing. It wants to be watching the flank of these attack vectors because it knows if it comes into this AO, it's going to get shot down by AAA. So, who's the pilot? It's G-Legs, right? He is doing an exceptional job, and Dardis is doing a great job gunning as well. I'm surprised it's not registering Dardis' 2 kills, but it did register his vehicle kill, though. But they're doing well by holding this, and I think they're here because they deployed X-Ray here, but X-Ray just got picked off. There's both of them dead. They're able to get a few kills along the way, but that has halted. Ooh. This is a really bad spot to be in because now you're getting into the AA range. Honestly, they're firing so fast you can't tell where the tracers are going. But they're trying to pick off who they can. That is actually Green 4 Command right there. And they're flaring off heavily to try to ward off any Iglas. What they should have done was advance with support of fire and mechanized infantry doctrine. Exactly. Wouldn't it technically be motorized? I usually consider a BTR a motorized transport, not a mechanized transport. Mechanized I usually associate with tracks. What's your opinion on that? What's that? Otherwise, Mi-24 is continuing to do orbitals around here. It's going to pretty much halt that counterattack that Green 4 was trying to push. Yeah, I think for like a BTR or a similar APC like that, it could be used interchangeably from motorized to mechanized. But I am curious about What's That opinion, because even though he can be grumpy, he is very, very well versed in not just Arma, but in military doctrine in general. Got Aim at the Stars here, formerly known as Aim at the Balls, doing his best to try to deal with this Vic. And now the 24's coming in. Oh, it's just trolling him at this point. I'm not sure if a 7.62 can penetrate into the hull of the Mi-24, because it's literally a titanium bathtub. I have killed an Mi-24 pilot in the past by spraying down like a full box of 5.56 ammo, but that's only because I eventually broke the glass. Well, Aim at the Stars is gonna play slip and slide now. That was a really accurate shot, damn. Difference is the scale of armor protection, that's fair. Meanwhile, you got Green 4 X-Ray right here, and you have elements. Oh god, it's not Bay and Dooley. Platoon 1 HQ. This is not Bay's, also known as T5 Bay. He's rebranded. This is his shtick. Get right up to the enemy and get those headshots. And I just heard an explosion that might have been another man-pad trying to fire. Yep. That is Stark. He is desperate to kill this Mi-24. You can hear it reloading right now, but it looks like they flared off and it was a miss. Oh, yep. T5 Bay sinking his teeth in. Yep, it was Bay that got that kill because Dooley doesn't have it. Dooley, I think, just got that kill. So Op4 is coming up to join him. Almost some friendly fire there. Now you're having some panic grenades being thrown. As Franz tries to get away here. Dodging a shot. Did clip him, though. Grenade being thrown. Bounces off a tree. Who is that unconscious right there? Dooley. And Bay is going for the kill. Oh! Bay's still alive, but wow. Missed the mark there a little bit. Dooley waking back up. But in a CQC style firefight like that, the best way to handle it is to get in there, kill everyone, then go back and do all the medical. You don't want to start doing medical on the spot, because if the threat's still there, then when you have your gun down and doing medical, they're going to hear that medical sound, then come out and kill you, and then double tap the guy you're doing medical on. Now, it looks like the helicopter got shot down here. Looks like both pilots survived. They hit a tree. But now they could just walk in and destroy the cache because there's no one defending it. But do they believe that it's clear? I would say in their shoes, they should just go out and check. But hold on. We have a BTR that's damaged. Olaf is the gunner. He's unconscious. The driver is just there, and they've put an explosive charge down. That might be able to destroy it because it's already damaged, and it's a 70. Look at this nice defense line they've got going there, but this is moot if, you know, they just run down with the Vix. All right, come on. Death to charge. Let's see it. Explosion. Wow, I timed that pretty well. All right, so now you've got Bacon getting behind the Vic. Cookoff might knock him out unless a shooter gets him first. Tackleberry has him in a good kill zone. Oh, yeah, he did not stand a chance. Green 4 is winning some of these minor battles. They knocked out the helicopter. Uh-oh. 117 back here. Just sprayed down. Is this the command element back here? Two guys down. This guy's been the Vic by himself. This was elements of Alpha 2 back here. They gotta watch their backs now, otherwise they're gonna lose a lot more guys to those pickoffs, but interesting. So Op4's not gonna have any Overwatch with them, and that's allowed. This is Gamma, so this is a Vic crew actually. So I think the BRDM is out of play. Yeah, because those guys were part of the BRDM, so I don't know where that went. Maybe it tipped over somewhere. Or got stuck. But either way... Numbers-wise, Op4 definitely has the advantage right now, but that could get minimized by this Vic slowly coming up the back line. What are you doing? You hear a Vic, right? That is an enemy Vic. Hey, son, it is going A-okay. Pleasure to have you here. Yeah, I mean, he knows there's no AT. The best they can do is shoot out the windows. Oh, he went a little on the hill, and that bit of elevation just got him killed because it put him right in the gun sight. So these guys need to radio in and say, hey, we need someone with AT to come back. Does Shy have that AT? He does not. But he has the long-range radio to go ask someone to bring AT. Otherwise, Op4's beginning their attack. They're getting a little bit of a flank from the ridge here by that Gamma element. They're now taking heavy fire. Ghoster gets knocked out, and he starts to play slip and slide. He did manage to knock someone out down there, but there's just so much Op4 down there that I don't think any little element is going to be able to really assist because they only have 30-round assault rifles. Some double taps coming in. Oh, but he is immediately knocked out again, and he continues to play slip and slide. Ooh, another shot. Another shot. See, slip and slide's really fun because if he gets killed off, then his ragdoll's going to continue. See what I mean? Oh God. Oh, Jesus. Ghoster, I don't think your legs are supposed to do that. But it looks like gravity still wants Ghoster. Ah, yes. Oh, nope, he ragdolls again. I don't think that's good for your legs right there. He looks a little more flat than usual. Oh, God, how many bullets can this man take? Oh, there we go. Sliding off into the ether, and he gets caught a little bit, and he's missing an arm. Well, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Red is Op4, green is Green 4, or also known as Independent. You're having the pilot and co-pilot start to breach this compound. I think they're going to find it and mag dump it to destroy it, so that means that this is going to be the major fight. Oh, no. Oh, no. Op4 didn't see it coming. The squad Alpha 2. So, Shy with the radio did not radio the fact that this Vic was behind them, and that Vic just tore apart some of Op4's defense line. AT finally going in and eliminating it. I don't think it actually did a lot of damage. I only see one body here. It looks like it prioritized the AT guy. And Eander got the AT kill. He was very quick to the draw. Explosion going in. Knocking that one guy over. Hot damn. Let me get that timestamp down. Usually I write down my timestamps for highlights, but I have not been doing that. Just to keep the channel front logged. But yeah, with that not really doing too well, I think Op4 is going to be able to outperform the remaining Green 4 defense line here. And you're starting to have these two guys look for the cache because, again, they don't know the specific position of the cache. They just get this general black area to look. And now you got these guys completely out of play. There's a medic back here. It's Logan doing Logan things. Logan is a lone wolf. He likes to run around and get behind enemy lines and do crazy stuff. But this entire Op4 element, excuse me, Green 4 element is going to be out of play. These two Green 4 guys are completely out of play. G-Legs, I think, just found the cache, so they're going to mag dump that. But first, verify that's completely empty, and you're just having Op4 running up to this position. By the way, their names aren't coming up because I think after a certain elevation point, people's names just don't come up. Because we saw G-Legs' name come up down there, but I guess with the, because they're so high, it just doesn't want to cover it, you know? So we're having a lot of gunfire here. There's a lot of trees. They could follow this BTR in, which looks like... Nope, doesn't. I thought that was a damage texture, but it wasn't. Ooh, Benario got kicked. That's unfortunate. He's one of the guys streaming on the multi if you want multiple perspectives. I'm honestly surprised that no one's in this Igla just dumbfiring missiles. Even though you shouldn't do that because Igla rounds don't do shit against infantry, I wouldn't put it past FNF to do something like that in all honesty. You're hearing the RPG fire. They're trying to take out people on this tower. I do remember last time they said these towers were set to invincible, though, so you couldn't blow them up. But now you're starting to have Op4 get on top of this position. This is Scandi Recon leading the charge here, as you also have infantry coming from this angle. Also, I think all of these black things are individually placed trees to give more cover here, because these trees normally don't exist. So they gave that some more, they put them there so that Op4 had more cover to run in here, I guess for a balance thing. But yeah, Green 4 are starting to do a counterattack here, but I think it's going to be too late. Now you're hearing Op4 putting grenades on that cache. They're eventually going to have to start mag dumping it. But I don't know, with just the sheer amount of Op4 we have remaining, and we only have about a full squad left for Green 4. It's Bravo and then some elements of Gamma and Foxtrot. Foxtrot's a weapons team with machine guns. Gamma's a vehicle team. That was the crew that was Ghoster and his battle buddy who were in the BRDM. Actually, no, it would just be, because we saw Ghoster die, so it's his battle buddy only, Adrian. Because he died sliding down that ridge. And now you also have, oh yeah, Medlin up here. He's taking fire, though. He's got a machine gun. At this range, it's going to be a little tough for him to get some kills, because he actually only has an iron sight. Looks like some trenches were dug here to try to slow the roll here. This is round 1. I know no one's allowed a lone wolf dream. I'm sure Logan got permission. Right, chat? Wink. Also, you're seeing that GL go in. Nimia was knocked out for a bit. Can't tell who that is. Nimia just got shot in the face. Falcon got hits. We have a dead Op4 guy here as well. That could... Infidel got killed off here. Yanni got killed off right there. Okay. You saw some more AT fired. Oh, that was a beautiful headshot right there. Now you got that machine gunner firing, but they're taking return fire from Finn. Finn is actually landing his shots pretty close. I don't see any blood down here. But that is a difficult shot to make when you only have a ×1 magnifier. Oh, who is this? Edwin's gonna come around and start double tapping Scandi Recon members. By the way, Pepega Pirates are only down to 2 players. You also have Guy Fury on 3 kills, trying to hold right here to kill Scandi Recon as they cross. But Edwin did a great flanking job, knocked out a few more guys. This is a nasty little spot. And he knows it, but you got Op4 also pushing this main line too. So even if these attacks fail, I don't think there's anything they're going to be able to do about it. But hold up, Op4 is... the cache is still up. They have to have radioed for someone to come and help them then. So what's our time? We've got 20 minutes remaining. Actually, more closer to 19. Eander do what Eander do. Oh, Guy Fieri just got pinned to the wall with a bullet. That might have been friendly fire, actually, because the shot came from over here. Ooh, a little laggy. It's because of all the rocks, that's why. They've got high polygon count, so it does make things a little framey here and there. A little stuttery. Dodololly, or Dope-Dololly, just got a second kill, actually. Spraying down this line, and you have a counterattack by Green 4, finally getting on the rear line here. Ooh, this could work in Green 4's favor here. They still have a lot of Op4 guys to deal with, but this, if they are successful here in taking out a decent chunk of guys, this could turn the tide to give Green 4 more of a winning chance. And that machine gunner is going to town. Surprised no one's headshotted him yet. That driver's doing a really great job microing. Again, they don't have first person. Just heard some AT get fired. That was Eander firing at a group of infantry again. You got command running around, but these 2 Green 4 guys are not paying attention. If Sam was to look left, you might be able to get it. Not sure if the gunner just died or turned in. He looks dead. Nope, through the window right there. They're spraying through. They just knocked both of them out. Great shooting. Now he's using his handgun to try to pen. It'll still pen. I mean, that's a thin sheet metal shack. And we got more green 4 coming on the rear of Op 4. So Dog 4, I think, is actually getting blue on blued there. Technically green on greened. Oh, I don't know who that was, but he just got eliminated. Got Nafs up here. He's taking Neander's AT. This is going to turn into a skirmish battle really quickly. Because Op 4 has just lost a significant chunk of their numbers. The helicopter crew was unable to take out that northern cache. And things have just completely broken down. BTR has come back. If it has a decent... I don't think that Gaz meant to destroy that shack. Thankfully, that BTR is blind as a fucking bat. And he just got picked off by Command. No, there was someone in the tree line right there. Oh, BTR. If the gunner still doesn't notice. Oh my God. Ah, yeah, so you killed Pepega Pirates and you found their AT. You're both using RPG-32s, that's why. He's now gotten in the back of the Vic. Who is that? That's Sackleberry just chilling. This is looking a little sketchy here. Azariah now breaching. Yeah, there was a green 4 guy in there, but he died. So they're going to be able to get on top of this cache and, I believe, destroy it at this rate. Nice little side area, too, utilizing this open area and then using ramps, pallets to get up there as well. Yep, here comes the mag dump. Bravo 1 has to hear that. They have to move quickly, though, because otherwise that cache is going to get destroyed after a box and a half is put into that cache. We got Drago running over. "15-minute warning." They're throwing grenades on it. Drago just got a good pick off. Do we have an explosive specialist live? No, we do not. Tripwire flare just went off. They're trying to UGL it. There's no explosive specialist alive. Oh, this is gonna be close. Where's that AT? It is 4v3, 4, 5, 7 in the AO, and you got the 2 helicopter guys coming back up. It's like we just had a trade right there. That's not what Op 4 wants to be making. Azariah doing his best to fire with his handgun. He is now getting flanked from the high area. I'm surprised he didn't just get killed by that. He might be out of primary ammo because he just used all of it to try to blow the cache up. Might be up to Azariah to clutch. Does Edwin still have his AT? He does. So that's the solution for the BTR. We just had a few green 4 guys get knocked out by Nafs. He's coming in and soloing, yep. Drop the AT as well, but basically someone needs to find an AT stick so they can destroy the cache, or an explosive specialist so they can get their charges and throw them on the cache. Command's plan was sad. Tell us about it, Falcon. Because it looked like there were elements of Command's plan for Op 4 that I liked, and there was some of it that just completely fell through and caused this to fall apart, in my opinion. Hearing some more gunfire. Azariah's come around. We got the Vic right here. Yeah, right, Falcon? Oh, Azariah just got picked off by that PKP. Despo getting his first kill. Ah, this is not looking good for Op 4. It's gonna potentially be an upset here. We have Logan getting behind command. Really? Did you see how many hits? That was 5 rifle hits and then 3 handgun hits. I am incredibly surprised Logan did not score that kill. I mean, he eventually did, but wow. When you get a hit, there's a blood splatter effect. So you got Tackleberry running into the AO here. By the way, Green 4 had 7.62, and it looks like Op 4 had 5.45, which I always am under the impression that 7.62 always is slightly better than 5.45 and 5.56. But I know Barb likes to argue with me on that. What just got blown up? Is that the BTR? That was the BTR. Did it get demoed, or did they demo it, or... Is that an explosive trap? How much time is left? 11 minutes, 20 seconds. Wow. Meldon, I don't mean to be mean, but you should have gotten that. He got the hits, but I guess just wasn't able to connect. Should have been a little more patient up there. That's okay. I mean, that was 7.62 versus, what, a 5.45? Yeah. That was a PKM. And he had the height advantage, but he sprinted off the rock and found him. That's why. All right, you got Platoon 1 HQ now coming in. 10 minutes remaining. This could still go either way. We got Desbo holding this area. He's literally sticking his weapon through. Wow. Oh, that is an evil kill hole. That is actually... Oh, he's gonna push him. He's totally gonna push him. Get him. No way! How are the machine gunners choking? What? All right, I stand corrected, Madden. You're fine. Apparently the machine guns just suck in FNF today. Falcon saying because they aren't me. Does a PKM have a lower fire rate than an AK? It does? Wow, I didn't know that. That could be it then. Didn't know that, but that makes a lot of sense now that it's put in perspective. You don't charge with an MG? Yeah, tell Falcon like that. Falcon that. See, he does it like a hawk, so he knows what he's talking about, right? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, old jokes. Now we're going to play a game with Op4 called Who Has the AT? At this rate, Op4 is going to, excuse me, Green 4 is going to be fully eliminated. Had Carwake back up after being unconscious. He could probably bloodbag himself. There's AT going into that cache. And now they just have to get to the other cache in 9 minutes. They got Nafs, who is on a quad bike. He hits a porta potty. Oh. Do it, you magnificent bastard. I know exactly what... Not that. That. And the music is perfect. Yeah. Yeah. That could not have been more perfect. All right, let me write that timestamp down. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know who Carr just Hillary Clinton'd right there. But whoever that poor Green 4 guy with the blue face mask is, I'm sorry that you committed suicide. I was going to say it was Holt, because I know Holt sometimes wears that mask. Yeah, Green 4 eliminated. GG. What the fuck? What? Of course, it's Bay. It's Bay. What do you expect? What do you honestly expect? I don't know. Yeah, he just blew it up. In his shoes, I would do that too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Op4 won that by a thread. But wow.